back at home with our crowd, first game of the season. As we talked about up at the team room there, we're going to find out a lot about ourselves and this football team today. Southern Miss, do not underestimate Southern Miss. They're a good team. They will stay and fight from scratch as long as you let them. I know that our 11 on the field are better than their 11. We play our best. The team wins. This is going to come from your heart. This is going to come from your heart, man. Just like we talked about upstairs. And what you're about is a football team. I know we're a good football team. We just got to go play good. Play like we're capable of playing. Don't say these game maxims if you don't believe in it, okay? It's 1926 when you freshmen. Tennessee football players have been saying game maximum. Believe me, they'll win football games for you. Number one.
The team that makes few mistakes win.
Yours mistakes, guys. It's going to be us today. Number two.
Play for and praise one another goal.
Number six.
Best team game, here's what breaks me.
Keep the game in. My plays there. Number seven.
Now the moment everybody waits for. The heart starts to pound a little faster. Your fingers tingle just a bit. The hair in the back of your neck raises. It's that moment. The Volunteers come racing on to Shields-Watkins Field. They run through the tee, getting set to kick off the 2007 season. It's Tennessee and Southern Mississippi. Get ready for the kickoff. Daniel Lincoln approaches, and it's football time in Tennessee. There's the kick, a spinner, a short one, going to come to the 15-yard line. Southern Miss fields, and Harrison with the ball and takes it across the 35-yard line to the 37-yard line. Torrey Harrison on the return. Here comes Southern Miss, led by their quarterback, Jeremy Young, 6'3", a senior out of Jackson, Mississippi, excuse me. Damian Fletcher's their top tailback. Marcus Raines is a big battering ram at fullback. And they have inexperienced wideouts on either side. First down, they're going to throw it. Young, quick out. That pass is complete to the 40, up to the 45-yard line, and making a break. And down the sideline, shoved out of bounds is Chris Johnson. Xavier Mitchell is starting at defensive end for Tennessee. Tennessee now with a 5-man front. On first down, Southern Miss put the ball down at the 48-yard line in Golden Eagle territory. Young, delayed handoff to the tailback, and making his way for maybe one or two is Fletcher. Rico McCoy pins him. Fletcher is a guy, Tim, that runs north and south. He's not going to try and dance around a little bit. He's looking for the hole, and he's going to hit it.
He's a guy that's more quick than fast. He makes quick cuts. He sees the soft spot. Not real big at 175 pounds, but a very efficient runner. He gets what's there.
As a true freshman, he had 8 100-yard rushing games last year. 1 yard on that pickup. Second down and 9. Southern Miss opening drive right at midfield. Tennessee bringing a lot of folks to the line of scrimmage, and Young out of the shotgun fires off the blitz coming. He completes the pass to Harrison down to the Tennessee 45-yard line. Blitz was coming. Young just looked for the first open receiver, and that was actually the tight end, Sean Nelson. Gerard Mayo makes the catch. So a big play for Southern Miss on this opening drive. Third down and 4 from the Tennessee 45-yard line. They fake the ball to the tailback, flip it on the flat, and wide open is the tight end, Sean Nelson, down to the Tennessee 20-yard line, now down to the 15. All the motion went to the left. Nelson came flooding out to the right all by himself and rumbles down inside the 20 to the 16.
Bob, we obviously don't know the defensive calls, but normally that person is covered by the weak side, the backside linebacker coming out of the backside. The linebacker sucked in on the run fake. Bad thing to do on 3rd and 3.5. He came wide open out the backside.
Pickup of 30 yards that time to the tight end, Sean Nelson, who's caught 2 passes on this drive. No score, but Southern Miss threatens. First down at the 15-yard line. Young under center, checking off. He's got 2 wideouts to the left. Fletcher's his tailback. They're going to try Fletcher up the middle. Couple of yards maybe. Right over left guard. Gets down to the 13-yard line where the ends, Xavier Mitchell and Antonio Reynolds, converge to stop Fletcher after a pickup of 2. Had 156 yards in the first game and 19 carries. That's coming off a brilliant year last year. 1,388 yards and 11 touchdowns. Not bad for a guy most schools said couldn't play tailback. They wanted him to play defensive back. Many schools in the SEC said that. He wanted to play tailback and has done so very well here at Southern Miss. Second down and 8 from the Tennessee 13-yard line. Young back to throw. Fires the pass underneath. The ball is dropped by McGee. Just a little safe pass underneath at the 10-yard line. Hit as the ball got there by Gerard Mayo, and the ball is dropped, and so now it'll be third down. Downstairs to Mike Stoll.
Yeah, Bob, talking about what Tennessee needs to do. That time on that long pass play that they had, they ran a counter draw, so to speak, and they pulled away. Tennessee gave up contain, allowed the quarterback to kind of find his way outside. Tennessee has to stay outside. Defensive ends have to pressure.
7th play of the drive for the Golden Eagles on this opening drive. It's now third down and 8 at the 13-yard line. They go to the I formation with Fletcher the tailback. Young back to throws, got some time, passes, batted away at the line of scrimmage, getting up to make the play. Demonte Bolden. He wanted to throw the ball left toward the end zone, but Bolden gets up there with both hands and swats it away. Fourth down.
Nice play, but it was a quick throw left. Demonte had an outside pressure, and he just saw that he wasn't going to get to the quarterback, but he was on the line of the throw. He's 6'6". He used it all to block the pass.
So Southern Miss going to go for a field goal. And so Barefoot, with both his shoes on, will hold. And Estes will try this field goal. It's on the near hash mark from the right side. It'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt to try and give Southern Miss the lead on this opening drive. Waiting for the snap. There it is. It's low, but Barefoot gets it down, boots it up, and that kick is good. And so Southern Mississippi on the opening drive stalls inside the 15-yard line, but they wind up with a field goal and take the lead with 12-17 to go here in the first quarter. The kickoff being made now by Britt Barefoot. He kicks it from left to right. It's going to spin, and Moore is going to get it at his own 7, middle of the field. 15, 20, 25, still on his feet, and gets close to the 30 before he's finally taken down. Eric Ainge, starting quarterback for Tennessee, the senior out of Hillsboro, Oregon. His running back will be Arian Foster. His favorite target so far has been Chris Brown, the tight end. Josh McNeil from nearby Collins, Mississippi. A Mississippi boy starting at center tonight for Tennessee. So this is a game of special meaning for him. First down, Tennessee, trailing 3-0 in the game. First play, Ainge fakes, looks, fires right, sideline pattern. That's complete to the 40-yard line, to the 45, and out of bounds goes Lucas Taylor. Pick up a 15. Good throw by Ainge.
And very first play, the fans get a look at the way Southern Miss likes to play defense. 8 or 9 guys up close, trying to give you a lot of pressure. Everybody's moving, but they're leaving wide receivers one-on-one against man coverage. That time Tennessee burned them.
15 yards on the pickup, and so it's now first down Tennessee at the 45-yard line in Tennessee territory. Southern Miss jumping around all over the place, so Eric Ainge backs out, looks to the sideline to get the call. Austin Rogers, Lucas Taylor, the wideouts, and the tailback Arian Foster, the single running back in this set. Ainge under center. Southern Miss showing blitz. Ainge drops to throw. Here's the blitz. Screen pass set up, and Southern Miss snips it out. Gerald McGrath, the middle linebacker, float out to make the play. A loss of 3. McGrath was not fooled. Ainge sets his team, calls the play at the line of scrimmage, now goes under center. Ainge waits for the snap, gets it, drops to throw. 3-step drop, fade pattern. Right sideline going to be complete to Lucas Taylor, and Taylor's into Southern Miss territory. Along the sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Summerall bounces Taylor out of bounds, but that time Ainge just hung the pass up and let Taylor run underneath it.
Summerall was a starting safety last year. Cornerback is a much different position. He's asked to go one-on-one, man-to-man. That time Tennessee read it. You're going to see a lot of challenges that way, and Tennessee made the play that time.
Pickup of 27 yards on the play. First and 10, Tennessee at the Southern Miss 31-yard line. Ainge looks over to the sideline again to get the play. There's 2 wideouts to the left. That'll be Rogers and Briscoe, and Denarius Moore now in the wide receiver spot to the right side. 10:52 to go, first quarter. Ainge under center. Waits for the snap, gets it. Fakes it to his running back, dumps the pass in the flat near side. The pass going to be complete to Josh Briscoe, but he's going to be rushed out of bounds inside the 30-yard line to about the 27 is where they're going to mark it, a pickup of 4. Ainge out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 11 now from the Southern Miss 32. Ainge back to throw. Winds up, fires, quick slant. That's complete down inside the 20. Making the play is Austin Rogers on the catch, and Ainge rifled that pass as Rogers came from the right side, did a little duck in, and Ainge right on target.
Mike, if he's got a bad finger, it sure didn't show with that one. He had a lot of mustard on that throw.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly right there. Just steps back and he rifles that thing in there. That's a hard throw, and if his pinkies bother him, he didn't show it on that pass.
15 yards on the completion to Austin Rogers. Now Tennessee has it first down at the 17-yard line. Ainge red hot to start. 5 of 5 for 58 yards. First down, Tennessee trailing 3-0. Handoff to the outside. Arian Foster pops it right along the sideline and shoved out of bounds. There's a penalty flag, though, down at the 15-yard line. Usually when the referee throws it, that's a hold, and that's what it is.
Number 78, offense.
So, mark the ball back, a penalty of 10 yards. It's back to the 27-yard line. And that's where Tennessee will have it. First down and 20, trailing in the game 3-0 to Southern Miss. Ainge out of the shotgun on 1st and 20. Delay handoff. Arian Foster tries to pop it to the right side and gets taken down on a nice tackle as the cornerback comes up, Brandon Summerall, to make the play. First Tennessee rush in this drive. Pickup of 1 for Arian Foster. Down to 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pretty good tackle that time from Summerall. Had to make a lot of tackles. Now he's playing that cornerback slot. 2nd down, 18 yards to go. The ball at the Southern Miss 26-yard line. Ainge backs into the shotgun. Has a H-back to the right. That's Chris Brown, and the tailback is Arian Foster. Ainge gets in the shotgun, gets the snap, drops to throw. Being pressured, but wings it to the end zone. Wide open and walking into the checkerboards. Austin Rogers. There was a breakdown in the Southern Miss secondary. Ainge looked right, then fired left down the field, and Austin Rogers all by himself at the 5, and he dances into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Austin Rogers was never that wide open in high school. That ball's on the way. He's got to be thinking, oh my goodness, don't drop this one. I'll never be this wide open again. Caught it with his hands. It was a zone. They dropped into a zone at the last second with 2 safeties. The cornerback did not roll up the wide receiver. The safety did not get over there. He was wide open, a bust.
Daniel Lincoln to try and tack on the extra point. There's the snap, the kick on the way, and the kick is good. So the touchdown pass from Eric Ainge to his wideout, Austin Rogers. Austin Rogers' first career touchdown goes for the score, and Tennessee, with 9:29 to go in the first quarter, has taken the lead against Southern Miss 7-3 for Tennessee. And he boots it, a spinner that's going to go down to the 5-yard line. Harrison return for the Eagles. Gets a block to the 25, to the 30, and out to the 32-yard line. Good return. Fletcher, the tailback. Young goes under center on first down. Young fakes it to Fletcher, turns, fires long down the field behind the secondary. A wide open Golden Eagle and racing toward the end zone. Chris Johnson, as he knocked out of bounds at the 1. No, they say touchdown.
Somebody between Marcellus Johnson and Eric Berry just plain busted the coverage.
Justin Estes gets the extra point through, and in one play, Southern Miss grabs the lead back 10-7. 69 yards on that pass to Chris Johnson, his second touchdown catch of the season. So both secondaries have a bust. Both busts cost touchdowns. 10-7 Southern Miss with 9:11 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break for our stations. Back in a moment. This is Tennessee football on the Ball Network. And it'll be Barefoot. He's their long field goal kicker. Estes, the short field goal kicker. This is a 51-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Snap down, the kick on the way. It's spinning toward the uprights. It's got some distance, and it is good. Just over the crossbar. 51 yards on the kick by Britt Barefoot, and Southern Miss has taken the lead over Tennessee 13-7. And Britt Barefoot will kick it off again for Southern Miss. He's been busy in this first quarter. Approaches and boots it. That's a line drive spinner. They're going to go down to the goal line, and Lennon Creer is going to bring it out. 10-15, darts to the right, down the hash mark, gets out across the 25 to right up the 29-yard line. So we'll see if Tennessee can answer. Trailing 13-7. Here's we'll have it at the 29-yard line. Eric Ainge back in at quarterback. Arian Foster in at tailback. Southern Miss is 5 men at the line of scrimmage. Faking a blitz. Now they back off. Back into their 4-3. Ainge, the three-step drop, looks, swings the pass out in the flat to his tailback, and taken down right then, Arian Foster. Good play again, this time by the strong safety, Justin Wilson, who comes up. That's a loss of 4.
Too long getting the ball out. Eric was looking downfield. Maybe he's a victim of having too good a protection that time. If he's going to dump that to the tailback, he's got to get it out a little quicker so the tailback has the ball in time to make a move on the first tackler. That time the tackler arrived same time as the ball.
Second down. That's a loss of 4 on that swing pass back to the 25-yard line. Second down, Ainge under center. His team trailing 13-7. Ainge drops to throw, has time, sets, fires. The pass is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was running right down the middle of the field, Lucas Taylor, but he never turned for the ball. Eddie Hicks broke on it but couldn't catch it. The pass was off target. Miscommunications there.
Southern Miss has gone to playing a two-deep zone coverage after Tennessee burned them on the first drive, and it's given Tennessee some troubles reading the patterns and getting somebody open in the zone. Hasn't happened yet.
That's Ainge's first misfire after hitting his first 7. Third down, 14 to go, Tennessee at the Volunteer 25-yard line. Miscommunications on that last pass. Ainge winds up, fires long down the right side. That's complete and out of bounds to Austin Rogers for a first down up to the 45-yard line. A 20-yard completion, and Austin Rogers again ran the route, was wide open, and Ainge hit him right in stride.
Not many quarterbacks in the SEC or in college football make that throw. He absolutely had the mustard on it, and to his credit, Austin Rogers turned and reached as high as he could and made a great catch on a ball that really was thrown hard.
Went high for it. 3 catches already for 62 yards here in this first quarter for Austin Rogers. He also has Tennessee's only touchdown. First down, Volunteers at the 45-yard line. Ainge fakes the handoff, fires again down the right sideline. That pass incomplete, bumping along the sideline, and a penalty flag goes down.
Pass interference, number 18, defense.
Southern Miss leading 13-7, but now Tennessee, after the penalty, has a first down in Southern Miss territory at the 40-yard line. Ainge comes out under center, wide outs, slot to the near side, one to the right. That's Denarius Moore. The tailback, Arian Foster. Ainge under center, a little slip screen is incomplete, intended for Josh Briscoe. He was the slot man, and the pass was just a little bit too far out in front of him, and Ainge said he just missed him. You can tell by his body language. So a little quick throw, incomplete, Tim, at second down. 2nd and 10, Tennessee at the Southern Miss 40-yard line. Ainge under center, fakes the handoff, looks, fires the seam pattern. That pass in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Josh Briscoe. There were 2 Golden Eagles right there with him as he ran the seam pass down the field, and the ball popped through his hands, incomplete, third down. Not a bad throw, but there was a lot of white shirts right around him.
Just a little bit behind him, and the ball was really not thrown too hard, and Briscoe reached back is just a little bit out of his reach. If he leads him a little bit more inside, good play.
Tennessee now a 3rd and 10 at the Southern Miss 40-yard line. Clock stopped, 2:39 to go first quarter. Southern Miss leads 13-7. Tennessee needs a third down conversion here to keep the ball. Ainge out of the shotgun, drops to throw, needs 10 yards, winds up, fires. That pass is complete down to the 27-yard line to Austin Rogers. He caught it on his knee, and so the ball is down, but it's a pickup of 13 yards and a first down. Again, somebody lost Austin Rogers. He was wide open here on this near sideline.
Austin Rogers has got good speed, not great speed, but he certainly is showing the knack, as he did last year against Air Force, the only game he played a lot, to find the soft spot in the zone defense or to beat the short man coverage and make the plays.
He's having a big first quarter as Austin Rogers, almost 100 yards already in receiving. 1st and 10, Tennessee at the Southern Miss 27-yard line. Ainge fakes the handoff, winds up to throw, fires the pass on the flat, completes to his tight end. That's Jeff Cottom. The safety valve underneath makes the catch, and then he's hit down by the linebacker, Abanaconda. 4 yards on the reception. The first catch by Jeff Cottom this season, the sophomore from Germantown, Tennessee. His brother, Brad Cottom, of course, the other tight end, is out right now with a wrist injury, hoping to get him back soon. And actually, they're hoping for a medical red shirt for him. If they can get that, he'll sit out the year. If they can't, he might be able to play in October. Here's a handoff, Arian Foster up the middle, hit with resistance as he maybe picks up a yard on 2nd down and 6. Not much up the middle. Southern Miss stuffs that play with Sean Merrill and Martavius Prince. They're pretty good in that defensive front seven, Southern Miss. Big and strong. Merrill is 6'3", 280, a senior. Prince, 6'3", 287, a senior. So they got some veterans up there.
Prince could play for anybody in the SEC,
yes, sir,
too.
he could. Preseason All-Conference USA. Third down for Tennessee. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Southern Miss leads 13-7. Ainge operates out of the shotgun. Ball at the 21-yard line on the near hash mark. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Ainge waits for the snap, gets it, drops to throw. Sets up, fires, the pass is incomplete. Tried to throw it down to the 5-yard line to Lucas Taylor. Again, it looked like some miscommunications as Taylor was making his break when the ball was flying over his head. So it'll be 4th down, 20 and 4 yards to go from the 21-yard line, and Tennessee will send in the field goal unit. This will be Daniel Lincoln, who last week hit one from 41 yards out against California. This one will be a little bit shorter. This will be a 38-yard attempt from the near hash mark, trying to bring his team to within 3. Casey Woods will put it down out of the snap of Morgan Cox. There's the snap. It's a good one. Lincoln boots the ball, spinning toward the uprights. The kick is up and good. And so Daniel Lincoln boots his second field goal as a Tennessee Volunteer. Exciting first quarter. 23 points are scored at the end of one here at Neyland Stadium on opening night. Our score, Southern Miss 13, Tennessee 10. Back in a moment. This is Tennessee football on the Vol Network. 12 minutes to go. Second quarter. Southern Miss leads 13-10. The Eagles have it at their own 21. They hand the ball off to the tailback. Not much there. Fighting forward is Fletcher, and Dan Williams on the ground brings him to the turf. Fletcher has been the workhorse in this offense so far.
And Dan Williams has been the workhorse of Tennessee's defensive line. That's the 4th tackle he's either made or assisted in. He's having a good football game in his first start.
To the 23-yard line is where they mark it. Jeremy Young, the quarterback, will bring him up. Young now on the night, 7 of 13, 166 yards and a touchdown. Fletcher just 6 carries, 18 yards. Second down and 8, Southern Miss from the Golden Eagles 23-yard line out of the shotgun. Young gets the snap and drops. Here's the blitz. He sets up, fires long down the field. That pass is going to be incomplete. Intended down the field for Ed Morgan, and now a late penalty flag comes out.
We're going to have to see a replay on this, but
the ball was way overthrown, it looked like. Morgan and Marcellus Johnson running down the near sideline. The pass was incomplete, and then the flag comes down. Whether they said that Johnson bumped him on the way to catch the ball or not, let's see.
Pass interference, number 33, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
If that receiver had a jet up his rear, he couldn't have caught that pass.
That's what Philip Fulmer is complaining about on the Tennessee sideline. He said that pass was uncatchable. 38-yard line is where Southern Miss now has it in its own territory. The Golden Eagles lead 13-10 with the ball. Young under center. Fakes, rolls out to the near side. Nobody open. He's going to tuck it and get as much as he can and goes out of bounds around the 38-yard line. So really no gain on the play. That time Tennessee got smart. Same bootleg play that they burned him in the first quarter on the long pass to the tight end. That time had him covered, and Walter Fisher just ran him out of bounds.
Very good job by the backside. That is a tough play for a linebacker. You're wanting to get after the run. It's hard to catch up with that play, that bootleg coming out of the backside. Good job that time on the weak side by Tennessee.
Antonio Reynolds stayed at home as well and made sure he couldn't turn it up. Clock stopped, 11:03 to go. Second down. 10 to go here in the second quarter. Young under center. Single tailback is Fletcher. They hand it to him, trying to get it right. Cuts it up, looking for running room. Gets to the 40 and maybe the 41 before he's taken down. Xavier Mitchell is over there, stringing it out. And also JT Mapu makes the play. A pickup of 3 for Fletcher.
Nice backside pursuit by Mapu. The play started off tackle. It broke outside, and he kept chasing from behind. When the runner hesitated, he was in on the tackle.
Fletcher's not one of those guys either that's in a hurry to get to the hole. He's going to pick his way and try and slither through there. And sometimes he's hard to spot. He's only 5'10", 175, a sophomore out of Biloxi, Mississippi. That'll be 3rd and 7. Southern Miss at its own 40-yard line. Young out of the shotgun, gets the snap, drops to throw. Pick up the blitz. Young trying to get loose. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He gets to the 45-yard line and taken down. The ball pops free. It's a fumble, but it's recovered by Southern Miss as McGee comes back and falls on it. Young took a big hit, coughed it up at the 45-yard line. It went backwards, and then it was fallen on by McGee. There's a Tennessee player down, too, as they sort things out. Antonio Gaines is down, and the Tennessee staff will come and check on him. But a big hit that time as Gerard Mayo got there along with Jonathan Hefney. So the punting unit comes on for Southern Miss. Britt Barefoot will punt it away, and Jonathan Hefney retreats deep for Tennessee. Volunteers mass 9 men on the line of scrimmage. Back at the 25-yard line, Barefoot gets the snap and bangs it out, hangs it high, a floater. Hefney comes over at his 13, makes the catch, looks for running room, gets away from the first wave. He makes a move. Hefney gets taken out at the 30-yard line. Brilliant move by Jonathan Hefney. Tennessee 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Quick up as Ainge whips the ball out to the left flat. The pass is complete to Lucas Taylor before he gets good yardage on first down. We tick under 8 minutes here in the second quarter. Southern Miss leading Tennessee 13-10, but Tennessee on the drive.
And Bob, the big running play, the one before that, 11 yards, was the counter tray. The counter play where you block down and lead with the backside guard. It worked well. Maybe we'll see more counters.
LaMarcus Coker now comes into the game for Tennessee. So the Volunteers have used 3 tailbacks so far in this first, actually 4, because Hardesty got a snap as well. Second and short at the Southern Miss 34-yard line. Need about 6 inches. And a bust as Ainge has to keep the snap himself, and he falls to the turf back at the 36-yard line. Tailback went left. Eric Ainge went right. Nobody there to hand the ball off to, and he has to slide down in the backfield and lose 2 yards.
That was a second and a foot, and now it's 3rd and 2. Offensive coaches it's got to be a little maddening that they're not executing in these situations.
Tennessee is 0 for 3 tonight on third down conversions of 5 yards or less. They have a 3rd down and 3 here at the Southern Miss 36-yard line, trailing in the game 13-10. Coker stays in at tailback. Ainge out of the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. They time it perfectly. They swing the pass out to Coker, and it's incomplete. Too far out in front of him. Robert Henderson, the defensive end, swung out. They brought the safety, Eddie Hicks, and he was getting right in Eric Ainge's face. He had to get rid of the ball quickly, and the pass was too far out in front and incomplete. So now it's 4th down and 3, and Tennessee's got a decision to make. Do you punt him deep? Or do you try and go for it on 4th down, and this will be a timeout, Tennessee, to think about it.
The crazy thing about it, they've picked up 3rd and 13, they've picked up 3rd and 12, they've picked up 3rd and 10, and they get to 3rd and 2 or 3, they can't get it done.
So a big possession here. If you don't make it, then Southern Miss has got the ball in great field position. Ainge will work out of the shotgun with 2 wideouts on either side. 4th down along 3. Ainge gets the snap, drops to throw. They blitz off the corner. The pass is incomplete. Try and throw the quick out to Austin Rogers. He was double teamed and the ball goes through his hands. And Southern Miss gets the ball back in great field position. 1st and 10, Southern Miss leading 13-10. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the second quarter. On 1st down, Young swings out to the right, dumps the pass off in the flat. It's complete. Out to cornerback, replacing the injured Antonio Gaines, and Gerard Parrish is playing the strong safety spot. At the 42-yard line, inside handoff. Nope, they keep the option near side. Young keeps it. The quarterback comes down the sideline. He's to the 40. He's to the 30 and knocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line at the 26th. They faked it to Fletcher going right, and then Young, the quarterback, running the option, coming out the left side, raced down the sideline for 32 yards, and Southern Miss is in business. 1st and 10 in Tennessee territory.
Bob, there are certain plays where your defensive end has contained. There are certain plays where your outside linebacker has contained, and very occasionally a safety. Tennessee is not doing a good job on 10, keeping him contained. Both of these plays in this drive, he's cleared Tennessee's defensive end with nobody out there to slow him down.
That's 32 yards on that gain by Jeremy Young. 1st and 10, Golden Eagles at the 26, leading by a 13-10 score. There's the fade pattern to the right side, incomplete. Intended running down the right sideline to Ed Morgan, and the pass incomplete, and running with him was Marcellus Johnson. So Southern Miss hasn't tried many of those passes down the field, but that time they run the fade to the right side and just a little bit out in front of Ed Morgan.
And Jeremy Young looks like a guy that's got all the confidence in the world right now. He looks like he's in total control. Tennessee is not getting much pressure on him. They're not containing him. They're not hitting him in the mouth. And he looks like he thinks he can score anytime he wants to.
He looks much better than he did last week against UT Martin. Much more in control. His team leads 13-10. 2nd and 10. Young back to throw. Being pressured this time. Rolls to the right. Buying time. Now he turns and runs, and he'll go down the sideline and darts out of bounds inside the 20. Pretty nifty. He went to the right and was being chased.
They rolled him on a play when Tennessee blitzed their middle linebacker up the middle, so he was completely out of contain. There was nobody but a defensive tackle, and there's no defensive tackle in the league or in the nation probably that can run with Young.
3rd down, 8. Southern Miss after the timeout at the Tennessee 24-yard line. Young out of the shotgun. Drops to throw. They're trying to get him. He dumps it off in the flat to Fletcher, and he's rocked and dropped at the 23-yard line. Fletcher makes the catch, and then Ryan Carl levels him. Big play by the Tennessee linebacker, well short of the 1st down. Pickup of just 1, and Ryan Carl, the sophomore out of Franklin, Tennessee, comes up with a big play.
And a good form tackle. He pops him, and he wraps up.
So Southern Miss going to bring the field goal unit out again. And this will be Justin Estes. Just missed on the last possession. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt from the near hash mark. He missed one last week from 42. He tries this one. Kick on the way, spinning toward the uprights, and that quiets the crowd as the kick is good. 5:18 to go, 2nd quarter, and Southern Miss, with its 3rd field goal of the night, leads Tennessee by a score of 16-10. Bob Kessling, Tim Priest, Mike Stoll. 5:18 to go in the 2nd quarter. Southern Miss leads 16-10, and the Golden Eagles kick it off. A high kick, and that's going to go back to the 3-yard line where Creer fields it. Creer tries to get some running room, and he's going to be taken down short of the 30-yard line. 5:10 to go, 2nd quarter. Tennessee's got the ball down by 6, 16-10. Tennessee has 2 timeouts remaining. Eric Ainge comes back out with his tailback, Arian Foster, in this set. Tight end to the near side. Tight end has not been involved very much tonight. Chris Brown has not been in this offense plan much at all tonight. No catches for Chris Brown. He's had 7 in the last 2 games for Tennessee in each game. Here's a handoff. Foster over left tackle, struggling for yardage, and picks up 1 or 2 after the 30. Gerald McGrath makes the stop. I'll tell you what, he is a terrific middle linebacker. Made 104 tackles last year when they moved him to the inside. He's from Powder Springs, Georgia. Had 11 tackles in their first game against UT Martin. He's on the Chuck Bednarik list as the top defensive player in the country. Kenny O'Neill now in at wide receiver for Tennessee, flanked out way to the left. On 2nd down and 7. They're going to hand the ball on the end around, and not getting much on that play is Kenny O'Neill. So they bring O'Neill in, giving the ball first. He runs around to the left and gets hog-tied by the outside linebacker, Abanaconda, and also Gerald McGrath. Pickup of 2. So Tennessee, another key 3rd down play with 4:15 to go here in the 2nd quarter. This will be 3rd and 4. Tennessee is 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions, 5 yards or less in the first half. They've got another one right here. 4 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Ainge out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Ainge waits for the snap, gets it, drops to throw, sets up, fires over the middle. That pass is complete to the 45, now to midfield. Lucas Taylor looking for running room, taken down at the Southern Miss 35-yard line. Right over the middle. Lucas Taylor comes open, and Eddie Willingham makes the tackle. Not before a pickup of 32. Ainge had time, and Lucas Taylor came wide open over the middle. So Tennessee will march the ball down to the Southern Miss 35-yard line. Good throw, Tim.
Just barely missed by the middle linebacker. Really good throw, Eric. He threaded the needle over the middle. Great protection, and he's had good protection all night.
32 yards on the catch by Taylor. Ainge back to throw. 2-step drop. The out pattern incomplete. Looked like that one slipped out of his hand. Tried to hit Taylor on just a little hitch pattern to the near sideline, but the ball just sailed on him a little bit. So it's 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped. 3:29 to go. Tennessee in pretty good position here with 2 timeouts left. Down by 6 points. A touchdown would put them ahead at halftime. Ainge in the first half, now 14 of 22 for 173 yards. 2nd and 10 at the Southern Miss 35-yard line. Ainge will operate out of the shotgun. 2 wide outs to the wide side to the left. Gets the snap and drops to throw. Ainge sets up, fires the out pattern. That's complete, but that's going to be for short yardage. Coming back to get it was Austin Rogers, but he couldn't turn the ball upfield and was taken down by Eddie Willingham after a pickup of just 2. So it's 3rd down and 8.
Throw a little bit behind him that time. He was coming from the wide side of the field. If he leads him, I think he can catch it and turn up, maybe get 5 or 7 yards. That time they only got 3.
Yeah, he had to loop back a little bit, and by that time Willingham was able to run him down.
And when you see him a little bit offline, you wonder if that little finger doesn't bother him some.
Sure do. 3rd down and 8, Tennessee at the Southern Miss 33-yard line. Ainge out of the shotgun. His team trailing 16-10. Ainge looks over the defense, gets the snap, and drops to throw. Here comes the blitz. They're chasing him. Ainge gets away from the first guy, dumps the pass off in the flat. That's complete, but it's going to be way short of the first down. 1:51 to go, 2nd quarter. Southern Miss leads 16-10. Tennessee has it 4th and 7 at the Volunteer 33-yard line. They're going for it. There's the snap. Ainge fires the pass. It's complete. Down to the 15-yard line. Austin Rogers again. What a first half he's got. Inside the 10-yard line, taken down at the 8 by Levance Richmond, and that time Tennessee converts on 4th down, and the Volunteers will have it 1st and goal.
They lined up looking like man coverage. The safeties dropped to help the man coverage. He just ran the inside slant route, beat the corner, and they threw it in front of the safety. Great threading the needle by Ainge.
7th catch of the night for Austin Rogers already for 112 yards. 1st and goal, Tennessee at the Southern Miss 8-yard line. 2 tight ends. They try the tailback. Foster knifing his way down to the 6, maybe the 5. Going over to left tackle. Foster is knocked down. The clock runs. 1:20 to go in the half. Martavius Prince makes the stop. 10 at halftime.
I am very impressed with Southern Miss's linebackers. They're around making plays all over the place. McGrath looks like a young Patrick Willis out there. He's chasing that ball down everywhere it goes.
Very, very impressive looking middle linebacker. Tennessee in no hurry. 1 minute to go. 2nd and goal just outside the 5-yard line. This is the 9th play of the drive. Right in the middle of the field. Ainge under center. Ainge gets the snap. Fakes to the tailback. Dumps the ball in the flat, and it's batted away by the defensive end. Make that the linebacker on this near side. As Abanaconda comes out and got a mid on it. Good play. They try to get it to Chris Brown. If he doesn't make the play, that's a touchdown. 3rd and goal at the Southern Miss 6. 45 seconds to go in the half. Southern Miss leads 16-10. Ainge out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left. Again, the ball right in the middle of the field. Somebody jumps. They still snap it. Ainge fires in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Briscoe. Briscoe makes the catch in the back of the end zone, but there is a penalty flag down.
Looked like the right defensive end was all sides for Southern Miss. Looked like he jumped before the snap.
They didn't stop the play. And Ainge fired the ball into the end zone. Here's the call.
Offsides, number 47, defense. The penalties decline. Touchdown.
So they go play, and Eric Ainge hits Josh Briscoe to tie the game at 16 with 41 seconds to go. A 6-yard touchdown pass. And Briscoe gets his first touchdown of the season. And now with the extra point coming by Daniel Lincoln, Tennessee could take the lead here at halftime. Casey Woods to put it down. There's the snap and the kick on the way, and the kick is inside the right upright. Good. And with 41 seconds to go, Tennessee has its 2nd lead of the first half. At the end of the first half, our score is Tennessee 17, Southern Miss 16. Halftime activities coming up next. This is Tennessee football on the Vol Network.
Just outside the locker room, Tennessee inside after taking the lead late in the 2nd quarter on a touchdown pass from Eric Ainge to Josh Briscoe. As we look at the statistics, folks, Tennessee has the edge in what was a pretty even first half, 11-9 in first downs. Total yards, 247 for the Vols, 246 for Southern Miss. The all-important edge goes to Tennessee on the scoreboard, 17-16. Let's listen in now to Coach Fulmer as he talks to his team at halftime.
Everybody understand the adjustment? Everybody in good shape? They haven't seen our best yet. They haven't seen our best on the inside of the ball. Defense. We don't give up the big play. These series, they got nothing. Okay, they got nothing. Bow your necks, get them stopped. Offensively, come out there and keep it going. Okay, we got counts going every damn time we got the football. Defensively, you got to count on getting them stopped every time, okay? We get the ball first, right? We get the ball first. Let's come on out there and make some noise. Okay? I'll do some wrong. We need to run the ball a little bit better, okay? Run the ball a little bit better. Receivers, quarterbacks, doing what you're doing. Everybody be in good place. Let's bang on those receivers. Linebackers, bang on those receivers. Help the corners out. Help the safety out every time you can, all right?
Coach Fulmer firing his team up. His Vols lead 17-16 on opening night at Neyland Stadium. We'll be back with the second half of this Vol Network broadcast right after this timeout.
Two wideouts to the right. And now, handoff. Foster pops it out around the right side. Tries to get a block in the corner. He turns it. He gets to midfield and shoved out of bounds in Southern Miss territory down to the 41-yard line. They walled everybody off that time. The right side of the offensive line. Ramon Foster and Chris Scott making good blocks on the corner. And then Arian Foster able to peel it around and pick up good yardage.
They've made some halftime adjustments. They're coming out. They've got a tight end. They've got an H-back. They're looking for the they're looking for the hole. They're just giving it to Foster deep enough for him to run with some zone blocking and him to see where the soft spot is. He's popped two in a row.
In 2 plays, Arian Foster's picked up 29 yards rushing here in the second half. So Tennessee has it in Southern Miss territory down to the 40-yard line. They fake it to Foster this time. Ainge rolls left, throws the pass, and it's deflected by the linebacker, McGrath, coming up. He was able to pressure Ainge and got his hands up as he tried to throw it in the middle of the field. Swatted away by McGrath. It'll be second down and 10 yards to go. Ainge under center. 2 wideouts to the left. Arian Foster, the tailback. Ainge under center, gets the snap, dumps the pass out in the flat. That is complete to Chris Brown. He breaks a tackle. Chris Brown somersaulted down inside the 25-yard line. Chris Brown, his first catch of the night, caught it, refused to go out of bounds, turned it back upfield, and was hit down by Justin Wilson. Somersaults down inside the 20-yard line, and Tennessee picks up 18 on that pass to Chris Brown.
Backside linebacker was taking him. He's in motion. He just ran through that tackle. He tried to grab him around the shoulder pads. Brown was too strong, ran through that tackle, turned into about a 15 longer gain.
Put it down at the 23-yard line. That's where Tennessee will have it first and 10 on this opening drive in the third quarter. Tennessee's come out with a couple of new wrinkles, and they've been able to move the ball on the Golden Eagles. Ainge under center on first down. Ainge tries the tailback. Arian Foster pushes it ahead inside the 20 where he's put down. And Matthew Chatelaine, the defensive end on the left side, brings him down after a pickup of 3 yards. So Arian Foster off to a quick start here in the second half. Already over 30 yards rushing for the game now. Foster 11 carries and 65 yards. Last week against California, he had 89 yards rushing. Looking for a 100-yard rushing night tonight. Second down, 6 yards to go, Tennessee at the 19-yard line. Fumble, heading the ball to Foster. He dropped it. It's loose on the turf. Southern Miss says they've got it. And let's see, they're going to unstack him. Foster just never got that ball. Yep, he came up with it. He dove on the ball, got his own fumble. Tim, that just looked ugly from the start. I'm not sure Ainge ever got him the ball.
It did. They had an end coming around, and they were going to fake that, and it looked like definitely Ainge planned to hand the ball off to Foster, and the end was just to keep that backside end from crashing down. The end around was, but just a bad exchange between the two.
Tennessee very fortunate to get that ball back. No gain on the play. Third down and 6. The ball stays at the 19-yard line in Southern Miss territory, right in the middle of the field. Ainge out of the shotgun, gets the snap, rolls, looks, fires for the end zone. The pass deflected at the goal line. It was intended for Josh Briscoe, but the Southern Miss safety got back there, just got a hand up, I think got a finger on it, Michael McGee, and flicks it away from Josh Briscoe. Pretty good defensive play. Briscoe was open in the back of the end zone. So now on fourth down, the field goal unit comes on for Tennessee as Daniel Lincoln again will try a field goal, trying to expand the Tennessee lead, which is right now 1. Lincoln hit one from 38 yards earlier. This one will be from the 36-yard attempt. The kick is on the way, spinning toward the uprights, and that kick is good. Daniel Lincoln continues to do a good job as the place kicker for Tennessee. boots that field goal. So the opening drive of the third quarter, Tennessee gets points. 12:04 to go in the third quarter. Our score now is Tennessee 20, Southern Miss 16.
Our Vol Network coverage of
By a score of 20-16. Bob Kessling, Tim Priest, and Mike Stoll on our Vol Network crew. Brent Hubbs, statistician Earl Anderson, our engineer Tim Berry, our producer Glenn Thaxton, Ellen Liston, our production assistant tonight, with us here at Neyland Stadium with 9:50 remaining here in the third quarter. After the timeout, Southern Miss brings it up 2nd down and 10 at the Golden Eagles 47-yard line. Tennessee with 6 defensive backs on this 2nd down and long. Young out of the shotgun. Waits for the snap, drops to throw. Tennessee trying to get there. Young rolling, being chased, gets rid of it. The pass complete. Up around, they're going to put it at the 43-yard line in Tennessee territory. Pass is good for 9 yards, and it's complete to Chris Johnson. D'Angelo Willingham, one of the dime package guys, one of the extra defensive backs who's playing his first snaps at Tennessee, is able to make the tackle, but not before they pick up 9 yards. So that's a big, big pickup on 2nd down and long.
And he's getting on the corner. The good pressure from the inside, but he's not being contained.
Yeah, he's pretty mobile tonight. Much more mobile than he was last week against UT Martin. 3rd down and short, under center at the 44-yard line. They'll try and miss their tailback. And Harrison has lost the football. It's loose. Harrison is hit. Dropped the ball, and Tennessee thinks they've got it. And they haven't made a gesture yet. Harrison trying to pick it up on 3rd and short. The ball's knocked free. Harrison fumbles, and Tennessee has the football. Tennessee comes out of there with it. Gerard Parrish comes up with a loose ball. Harrison is hit right at the line of scrimmage. The ball comes free, and Tennessee's defense comes up with a big, big turnover.
Backup tailback didn't hold the ball, got a big lick on him. I couldn't tell who caused it, but Parrish was there to make the play to get the recovery.
So Tennessee swarms them, gets the ball free, and here comes Tennessee back on offense, leading 20-16 with 9:35 to go here in the third quarter. So a big turnover by the Tennessee defense. That's a big time turnaround because Southern Miss just needed 1 yard on 3rd down. Instead, Tennessee has the ball. They put it at the Tennessee 46-yard line. Volunteers going with the 2nd offensive line to start here on this drive. Here's Eric Ainge handing off, tailback, getting to the outside. Arian Foster stiff arm and out of bounds into the Southern Miss bench. Into Southern Miss territory to the 48-yard line. Good pickup on 1st down and a good stiff arm by Arian Foster.
Bob, looking back at the replay, it looked like Dan Williams caused the fumble. He's very much rewarding John Chavis for giving him a promotion to start tonight, making a lot of plays.
That's 6 yards on the gain by Arian Foster. Jock McClendon, Michael Frog, and Vladimir Richard, the interior for Tennessee. 2nd down, handoff Foster again. Somersaults his way and twisted down as he gets to the 45-yard line by James Denley, the linebacker. Pickup of 3 for Arian Foster. Now it's 3rd down and short. Clock marches on. 9:13 to go, third quarter. Tennessee leading 20-16. The Volunteers led at halftime, 17-16. They added a field goal on the first possession here in the third quarter. Southern Miss at one point led in this game by 16-10, so Tennessee has scored 10 unanswered points. They'll bring the chains in from across the way to measure, and they stretch them, and it's about 1.5 inches short. So 3rd down and 1.5 inches for Tennessee at the Southern Miss 44-yard line. Mike, as an old offensive lineman, this is where you want to challenge those guys up front, isn't it?
Well, this is the one that you want as an offensive lineman. I talked about it earlier. Low man wins. You get down there in a 4-point stance, just try and root the defensive lineman out. See if these younger second-team offensive linemen can do something that the first team has kind of struggled with.
They'll try it 3rd down and inches. Michael Frog from Kingston, the senior, is at center right now. Jacques McClendon, sophomore out of Cleveland, Tennessee. One of the strongest guys not only on the Tennessee team but in the SEC, and Vladimir Richard is the other guard. 3rd down and about 1 inch. Eric Ainge under center. See if he does a quarterback sneak here. Just needs 1 inch. Ainge waiting for the snap. There it is. He's going to try his tailback. They hand it off and hit down, and getting the first down is Arian Foster. Instead of going straight ahead, they ran that little bit of a counter tray, and Foster was hit behind the line of scrimmage but fell forward to get the first down going over right guard.
by about 6 inches.
Yes, he did. Not much there. Foster 78 yards now on the ground for the game, but 47 of those in the second half, which has 8:49 remaining here in the third quarter. Tennessee moves the sticks. First down, Tennessee at the Southern Miss 43-yard line. Ainge on first down, fakes to Foster, throws the ball right down the middle of the field. The pass is complete down to the 15-yard line. Lucas Taylor is knocked down at the 8-yard line. Great fake by Eric Ainge to Arian Foster, and then he just turned and flipped the ball where he thought Lucas Taylor was going to be.
He had a lot of pressure from the blitz, and he just let it go, and it goes to show you what you can do in the pass game if you're running the ball well. The play fake froze the cornerback and the safeties just for a split second, and that was enough for Taylor to get deep.
Ainge just threw it to the spot where he thought he would be. Completion, good for 34 yards. Puts Tennessee first and goal just inside the 10-yard line. Tennessee trying to tack on what would be a big score here. Ainge on first down, hands off Arian Foster. Foster into the checkerboards. Touchdown, Tennessee. 9 yards right up the middle, and Arian Foster scores a touchdown, and Tennessee takes the lead. Great block by Vladimir Richard and Michael Frog right up the middle.
Mike, besides getting the touchdown, the very best thing about that drive, second team offensive line entirely, their first work of the season, and they were terrific.
They did an excellent job. They got in there and they locked on, they drove their legs, and this is a good Southern Miss defensive front, and they pushed them around.
So Tennessee looking to score 10 unanswered points here in the third quarter. Daniel Lincoln on to try the extra point. Snap down, kick on the way, and the kick is good. And so Tennessee, a very strong start to the third quarter. The Volunteers led at halftime, 17-16, and now the lead is 27-16. Tennessee goes 5 plays and 55 yards in 1:22 on that drive, and now leads at 27-16. And so Chad Cunningham comes into punt again, gets the snap, gets rid of it. Low driving kick. It's going to be fair caught by Chris Johnson at around the 18-yard line, and that's where Southern Miss will have it. Just a 37-yard punt, but Southern Miss still has it inside its own 20-yard line, and that's where the Golden Eagles will start. 4:09 to go, third quarter. Tennessee is leading 27-16.
Mike, it seems like Tennessee's defense is getting used to what they're doing. They're getting some confidence in what they're doing.
You talked about, Tim. I think they made some very good halftime adjustments. The linebackers, I think, are adjusting to seeing what their responsibility is. They're keeping somebody backside. They're not getting fooled by the misdirection and the counters. And I think the defensive front is getting a better push as well.
Southern Miss's worst starting position of the night back at the 18-yard line. 4:09 to go, third quarter. Young, two-step drop, out pass complete, short gain. As the pass is complete to Gerald Batiste, sophomore, out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Eric Berry makes the stop on that side, a pickup of 5. That was just Young stepping up and firing the out pattern.
Berry had backed off before the snap, kind of luring them into throwing that play, and then he broke up, but just about a half a step quick, not quick enough. As he gets some experience, he'll pick that ball off and take it back.
Tennessee playing without Antonio Gaines, out with an knee injury in the first half. Here's the second down play, little bootleg. They throw it out to Chris Johnson on the near side, and he's wrestled out of bounds up around the 29-yard line, and that should be a first down. Pickup of 7 on the play. Again, that little bootleg, they fake it to the tailback going right, and then Young rolls out to the near side and just fires the ball. And they've worked that play a couple of times tonight for big yards.
Without contain, without some pressure on him, that play's going to work.
3:27 to go. Clock stopped. 6 catches now for 113 yards for Chris Johnson. So he's had a big night, too, and a touchdown. First down at the 30-yard line for Southern Miss. Young back to throw. They want to set up the screen, and now Young just has to get rid of it. It's incomplete. He threw it at the feet of the intended receiver, Torrey Harrison. The Tennessee had, Mike really had found out what they were going to do, and there was no place for Young to go. Xavier Mitchell was right in his face. He just threw it at the feet of the tailback. So it'll be second down.
Yeah, Mitchell started in on the rush, and he saw the tailback peeling out for the screen, and being a senior and having played a lot of football, he just sat down on the tailback. There was nowhere for it to go.
Second and 10. Southern Miss at its own 30-yard line. Tennessee leading 27-16. Southern Miss gets the snap as Young out of the shotgun, drops to throw, sets up, fires the pass over the middle of the tight end. That pass is complete to Sean Nelson at the 45-yard line. The ball pops free, but he was down, and Nelson took a hard hit. And Southern Miss now has it first down. Lots of time left in this game. It's a game that has really moved very slowly tonight. We're approaching 3 hours, and we're still in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Southern Miss at the Eagles' 45-yard line. Young out of the shotgun, empty backfield, 5 wideouts. Tennessee rushing 4. There's a pass underneath and right through the hands of the tailback, Torrey Harrison. He just came out of the backfield and hooked at about 5 yards, and the ball sailed right through his hands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You just wonder if they could just sack or get in Young's face, hit him real hard as he's delivering 2 or 3 times, if his accuracy wouldn't kind of go down a little bit. They just have not quite, he's mobile enough, they just haven't quite been able to get him sacked, even though they've had some fairly consistent pressure in the second half.
2nd down. Young now 15 of 29 for 220 yards. They run the option. Young keeps it, gets to midfield, roll down. He's running left. He picks up 6 yards. Dan Williams and Gerard Mayo finally get him down. That's about the 3rd time tonight they've run the true option, the speed option with the quarterback, and Young has kept it all the time. Gets it right to midfield. Young tonight, 7 carries for 50 yards. He's done a nice job. He's a threat running the football, that's for sure. Clock moves, 2:19 to go, third quarter. Tennessee 27, Southern Miss 16. Young under center. On 3rd down and a long 4. Young rolls right, sets up, fires the pass out. That's going to be complete to Johnson, and Johnson dives for the sticks right along the Tennessee sideline. He's out of bounds. Looks like he's short. He was diving with the Volunteers running at him. Gerard Parrish knocks him out of bounds. Now Southern Miss has missed on their last 8 third down conversions. This is 4th down.
What they're doing on those pass patterns is they're pushing people deep, running their normal routes, and then they take the widest guy. He just goes down 5 yards or 3 yards and sits there, lets everybody clear out, and if you don't get pressure on the quarterback, the coverage just drops so deep they can hit this guy and he can get about 4 or 5 yards.
Down by 11, Southern Miss is going for it. 4th down and inches. At the Tennessee 46-yard line. Young under center, backs in the I formation. Young hands off tailback. Harrison just surges over the right side. I think he might have gotten a yard. That's just enough. It's interesting, Fletcher was not in the game at that time. They were going with Harrison. I wonder if Fletcher's shaken up a little bit.
Sometimes in that situation, Tennessee will take out a defensive back, run in an extra defensive lineman, but back at midfield, I don't think they felt comfortable doing that. Afraid they might try to go over the top, so they stayed with their same base defense. It wasn't quite good enough to hold them. 9th
play of this drive, and a crucial 4th and short conversion there for Southern Miss. Takes it inside the Tennessee 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Golden Eagles. Young out of the shotgun. Tennessee showing blitz. Young gets the snap. Here they come. Young unloads as he's getting hit. The pass downfield is going to be knocked away. It was intended downfield for Torres McGee, and Tennessee's cornerback on the near side, Marcellus Johnson, able to battle him and knock it away. Robert Ayers got back right in the face of Jeremy Young and hit him as he threw. That'll stop the clock with 1:24 remaining in this game in the third quarter. Tennessee led at halftime by 1, 17-16. And now Tennessee has scored the first 10 points of the third quarter. Southern Miss has its 2nd and 10 at the Tennessee 45-yard line. Young goes under center with his tailback, Torrey Harrison. 2-step drop, quick slant pattern. That's going to be complete to Ed Morgan down to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 10 on that quick slant. Rico McCoy and Marcellus Johnson make the play, but not before Young steps up and rifles a pass.
Throws kind of a quick look in, and Johnson had just been pushed deep on the play before, hesitated just a little to come on the quick look in, and they're very close to the first down.
They're going to bring the sticks in to measure this. Mike, we've been looking on the sideline for Damian Fletcher and haven't been able to find him, and they're going with Torrey Harrison a lot. I wonder if Fletcher's binged up a little bit.
Yeah, I think he is in the locker room right now for Southern Miss. We'll try and get an update for you, but if he's not in, and we've seen him on film, when Fletcher is not in, it's a different ball club.
Sure is. Harrison's fumble has been a big play in this game that's helped Tennessee build this 11-point lead.
And they seem, without Fletcher in the game, it's a Jeremy Young offense totally.
Yeah,
He's throwing the ball every snap practically.
Young now in the game, 17 of 32, but I look and scan the sideline and do not see Fletcher down there. First and 10, 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Southern Miss in Tennessee territory with a first down. Young out of the shotgun. Two wideouts to the right. Ball on the near hash mark. They send a man in motion across the formation, and they hand it to Harrison up the middle, and Harrison powers his way inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Robert Ayers makes the stop, a pickup of 7. Another good surge on first down. 45 seconds to go. This has been a long, time-consuming drive for Southern Miss here in this third quarter, which is now 35 seconds left in it. Second down 3. Southern Miss at the Tennessee 28-yard line. Jeremy Young out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Hands it off inside. No, he keeps it. Option play, and he's going to be hit and slammed to the turf. Slammed to the turf on a big play by Rico McCoy. He tried to cut it up, and McCoy was waiting for him, picked him up, and slammed him. Rico McCoy with a perfect form tackle. That's every defensive lineman and linebacker's dream, to get the quarterback, pick him up in the air, and twist him down like a wrestling move. Just slam him to the turf. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. Big play by Rico McCoy, stopping the option, so Southern Miss will have a third down and short when we start the fourth quarter. Tennessee the only points in the third quarter as the Volunteers scored 10 unanswered. We take it to the fourth with our score. Tennessee 27, Southern Miss 16. Third down, 2 yards to go for Southern Miss as we open things here in the fourth quarter. This is from the 28-yard line. Screen pass near side. Harrison's got a blocker out in front of him. Down to the 20-yard line, down to the 18 and a first down. Perfect play call. Tennessee was blitzing. Swing pass to Harrison, and he picks up 10 yards, and Southern Miss on the move.
They are outguessing Tennessee on the calls. That was the perfect call. If you're playing zone, you stop that play. Tennessee's blitzing, trying to get pressure on Young. They just flip it out on the swing, and he's gone. 13
plays now on this drive for 65 yards. And they've held the ball for over 6 minutes. First and 10 at the Tennessee 17-yard line. 27-16, Tennessee leads, but Southern Miss is challenging here. Southern Miss, Young fires toward the end zone, pass incomplete. Hit as he threw, and nobody home. He threw the ball to the end zone, nobody close to it. Second and 10 from the Tennessee 17-yard line. Backs on the I formation. Young fires for the end zone. That pass is going to be down at the 7-yard line, and it's caught. Great catch by Chris Johnson. Southern Miss has it first and goal at the Tennessee 6-yard line. Going to the south end zone, the student section here at Neyland Stadium, and they're all up yelling. Young out of the shotgun, first and goal. Handoff inside. Harrison down to the 3-yard line. We can tell you that Damian Fletcher has returned to the Southern Miss sideline, coming in from the locker room just a moment ago, but we have not seen him come back into the game. Clock ticks down to 13:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Set 27-16, Tennessee leads, but Southern Miss has its second and goal at the 3. Young under center, 3-step drop. Wanted to do a quarterback draw, and Tennessee snuffed it out, and Young is decked. Robert Ayers and Gerard Mayo right up the middle, and as soon as Jeremy Young took that one step back and tried to come forward, he ran into 2 orange shirts who put a wallop on him. Good play by Tennessee right up the middle. Gerard Mayo, Tennessee's leading tackler, knocks him back for a 4-yard loss. Tim, that was good recognition that time.
That was. You kind of felt like that might be a play they would like on the goal line. He's so athletic, and they wanted to get Tennessee to drop back, but they were blitzing all the way with Mayo.
Third and goal at the 7. Young under center. Back to the offset eye. And Young drops to throw. Fakes the handoff. Sets up, looks. Fires an out pattern. That's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Rico McCoy, another huge hit. This time on the fullback. Marcus Raines out on the flat. Young sets up, tries to get the ball to Raines, and Rico McCoy leveled him. That'll make it fourth down, and the field goal unit comes on. Big stand by Tennessee's defense A 1st and goal, and Southern Miss is going to have to settle for a field goal attempt. Rico McCoy has had some big hits in this game. Put this ball down at the 14-yard line. So a 24-yard field goal attempt, slightly inside the left hash mark. Waiting for the snap. Barefoot puts it down. The kick on the way, and that kick spins up and through the uprights. And Southern Miss holds the ball 19 plays, goes 75 yards, but has to settle for a field goal. Southern Miss kicking things off. That drive, 19 plays, 75 yards, and Estes gets the field goal. Rogan now is in to return this kickoff with Lennon Creer. And so Dennis Rogan, the true freshman from Fulton High School here in Knoxville, and Lennon Creer, the freshman from Tatum, Texas, drops back at the goal line to get this kickoff by Brian Barefoot. He approaches, kicking left to right. And an onside kick. The ball is going to squib and go out of bounds at the 49-yard line. And so the Golden Eagles go for the onside kick, and Barefoot just kicks it too far. It goes out of bounds near midfield, and that's where Tennessee will have it.
What were they thinking?
I don't know. Trying to catch them by surprise. You know, Tim, it's one of those things. Southern Miss, they're the big underdog. Might as well pull the stops out, but that's a very risky gamble right there.
What were they thinking?
Kick out of bounds on the kicking team. That's a 5-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. First down.
So they tack on 5 yards as well. And so for the penalty, that's the rule they put in last year. So the 5 yards tacked onto that. And so now Tennessee will have it first down and 10 yards to go in Southern Miss territory at the 45-yard line. Ainge, the quarterback, bunch package to the right. LaMarcus Coker's the tailback. 12:19 to go. Tennessee leads 27-19 with the football in great field position. Ainge gets the play, handoff. Coker tries to pop it to the outside, and he's wrestled and hit down. LaVance Richmond gets him right in the hole and drops him after a gain of 1.
This is the point in a ball game where the good teams at Tennessee the last 15 years have been able to take it and shove it down somebody's throat and just kind of break their will. It's a real test for Tennessee's offensive line to see if they're going to be able to do it. Southern is really bringing it, everybody. They're selling out to stop the run right here to try to get the ball back.
Lennon Creer and LaMarcus Coker now in the game. Creer now at tailback as Ainge goes under center. Bunch package to the right. Ainge drops the throw. Looks, fires the ball on the flat. The pass is complete. Lennon Creer makes a spinning move and then gets knocked down at the 36-yard line. He left one of the Southern Miss players just standing still and just spun to the inside. He's short of the first down, but a dynamic 7-yard pitch and catch to Lennon Creer. What a move. I'm telling you what, he left that one Golden Eagle cornerback, Michael McGee, had no idea where he went.
He'll learn one thing, though. When you're that close to the first down,
pick it up.
Get to it. That last move you don't make.
Yep, 6 inches short. It's 3rd down and short at the 35-yard line. Ainge hands off and getting the first down. LaMarcus Coker as he spun down as he goes over the left tackle. And Abon Akonda makes the play for Southern Miss. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification from Host Communications. This is the Ball Network. Bob Kessling, Tim Priest, and Mike Stoll at Neyland Stadium. 10:48 to go, 4th quarter. Tennessee trying to salt this one away, leading Southern Miss 27-19. The Volunteers have it 1st and 10 at the Southern Miss 34-yard line. Ainge under center, bobbles the snap, gets it. Now he lobs the pass down the field. Miscommunications there as the pass sails incomplete, intended for Lucas Taylor down about the 10-yard line, but that pass was well overthrown. Had the tight end, Jeff Cottom, going down the middle of the field, and Ainge kind of split the difference.
Oh, a really bad time to bobble one because they had it. They had the tight end going down the seam, and 2 safeties were going with him, left the corner back up for Lucas Taylor. He had him beat deep, but he just had to get rid of the ball because of the bobble, and he overthrew it.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Clock stopped, 10:31 to go in the 4th. Ainge out of the shotgun. Waits for the snap, gets it, drops to throw. Screen pass, right side. LaMarcus Coker turns the corner. He's at the 30 and taken down as he gets close to the 25 and a first down. I'm telling you what a quick first step that young man has. Gerald McGrath makes the tackle. That's his 13th tackle of the night. What a player he is as well. Tim, he's one of the most active middle linebackers we've seen in a long time.
He really is, and I've said it a couple of times already, but he just reminds you of Patrick Willis from Ole Miss. He chases it sideline to sideline. He's kind of rangy, like 6'3", 220. He's just a sophomore. This guy's a player.
Freshman All-American last year. He had 15 tackles in a game last year against Houston, and I think he'll break that tonight. First down, Tennessee, as they stretch it out.
He could play for anybody in the SEC.
No question. Lamarcus Coker has now gone to the Tennessee sideline. They're going to look at him a little bit. Looked like he got shaken up on that last play. And so it's first down. Tennessee at the 24-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Arian Foster now back in at tailback for Tennessee as the Volunteers scrimmage from the 25-yard line. They try Foster over right tackle. Foster gets it down to the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 5. Eddie Hicks, the safety, and McGrath again, the middle linebacker. Downstairs to Mike.
Yeah, Coker's okay. He took a shot to the stomach, basically, and he just kind of got, I think, a little bit of a wind knocked out of him, came off, and he's a little upset that he didn't break that thing, but I think he's going to be fine.
Coker getting his first action of the year. Foster now 17 carries for 91 yards on the night. Second down, 5 yards to go. The ball at the Southern Miss 19. Tennessee leading 27-19. Ainge under center. Handoff. Foster picking his way. Gets down to the 15 to the 10. Breaks another tackle to the 5. Powering to the end zone. They knock him out of bounds. Knock him out at the 3-yard line. He had about 3 Golden Eagles strapped to his back trying to get to the end zone. They finally wrestle him out of bounds. But Arian Foster with a pickup of 16 yards puts him over 100 yards on the night. And now Tennessee has it first and goal.
We said, could they do it? Could this team take it and just mash them at the end of the game like the good Philip Fulmer teams have done? The Southern Miss defense looks tired. Tennessee's offense looks energized.
6th 100-yard rushing game in Foster's career, and his first since Kentucky in 2005. Didn't have one last year. First and goal, Tennessee at the 3. Ainge under center. Foster the tailback. They'll try him first. Foster powering toward the goal line, but short. Down about the 1-yard line. The clock will tick as they unstack. Pickup of 2 for Foster. James Dentley makes the stop for Southern Miss. We're at 9 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Tennessee leading 27-19. Tennessee at one point in this game in the first half trailed it 16-10, but they fought back. Had an 11-point lead, 27-16. Southern Miss answered with a field goal, and now Tennessee could really almost put this game out of reach. Second down, goal at the 2-yard line. Ainge under center. Foster the tailback. They'll try him. He dives up in the air and into the end zone. Arian Foster over the top for a Tennessee touchdown as Foster's having a big night, and the Volunteers extend the lead to 33-19. What a drive by the Tennessee offensive line, Tim.
Just bashed them. They just looked like the old-timey Tennessee offensive lines and just pushing them back. You could just see the wind kind of coming out of the defense for Southern Miss. They've been on the field a lot in the second half. Tennessee has intentionally said, we're going to run the ball at the second half, and they've done it much better.
Let's go downstairs to Mike.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Tim. That time on the score, Tennessee's offensive line gets enough push to where Foster comes up and jumps. You want your running back jumping about where the line of scrimmage is. That time he does. You get the push up front. You get the easy score. Great job right there. Anthony Parker, Eric Young, and Josh McNeil, that left side kind of just pushed him back into the end zone. That's what we used to see in Tennessee's offensive line.
The touchdown is good.
While Mike was talking, they have flagged Tennessee for a 15-yard personal foul penalty against Anthony Parker. That'll be tacked on the kickoff. And so now Daniel Lincoln trying to add the extra point. 9 plays on that drive, and 6 of them were on the ground. Covered 45 yards. There's a kick by Lincoln, and the kick is up and good. New score with 8:32 to go in the fourth quarter. Tennessee leading 34-19 over Southern Mississippi. A break for our stations. Back in a moment. This is Tennessee football on the Vol Network. So now a 15-yard penalty against Tennessee.
Okay.
Against Anthony Parker, so they'll put the ball back at the 15-yard line.
All the years everybody's watched football, has anybody ever seen a kickoff from the 15? Ever?
Probably after a couple penalties and things like that, but it's, yeah, you're right.
Have you?
No,
I've never seen it. This is unbelievable.
That's right. Well, I remember they used to kick off, what, from the 40 a long time ago.
Try to hold them on their end of the field.
Yeah, they'll kick it off from the 15. Cunningham approaches and bangs it. A driving kick that's going to go to the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll field it with Harrison. Harrison running up the near sideline, and Harrison looking for running room, breaks a tackle, and fumbles the football. It's knocked free at the 40-yard line. The ball's loose. Let's see who picks it up. They're trying to sort everybody out. The ball is loose, and I think Tennessee might have come up with it. Dorian Davis knocks it free, and Tennessee's got the ball. Big play by Tennessee as, again, Harrison has fumbled the football. And Nick Revais is at the bottom of the stack. Nick Revais comes up with it. I think it was Dorian Davis that had the big hit and knocked it free.
This defense of Southern Miss does not want to be back out on that field. This is the time you really close this game out if you can grind it out on them.
Third turnover of the night by Southern Mississippi. And the second one tonight by Torrey Harrison. So now Tennessee will try and grind out the last 8:21 of this game, leading 34-19. Ainge under center on first down, looks to the sideline. Back under center and goes to work, 1st and 10. Ainge waits for the snap. Tennessee in no hurry right now. They hand it off. Foster reverses his field, cuts to the backside, to the 40, to the 35, still on his feet and out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Mike, it looks like Arian Foster's getting stronger as we go along.
You watch him, and he is running with conviction. He is just pounding it in there. He's dropping his head. He's driving his legs. He is running with a purpose, and you love to see that. As an offensive line, when you see a back running like that, you better pick up your game, and I think Tennessee's offensive line has done that. They're wanting to perform because Foster is performing.
12 yards on that carry by Arian Foster. He's having a big night. 1st and 10. The ball put down at the Southern Miss 34-yard line. Clock stopped with 8:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Ainge under center against a 5-man front. Backs in the offside eye. They give it again to Foster. Up the middle, not much there, but he falls forward for 2 or 3. Gets close to the 30-yard line. James Denley makes the stop. Tim, tonight Foster's going north and south and popping it outside if it's clogged up.
Well, he just looks like he feels it. When you get to run the ball 20 times, you're certainly in a rhythm, and he's made some good cuts. Not the fastest back around, but he's at 225. He's got a lot of power.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Ainge looks over to the sideline again. And we'll pick up the call with 7:38-37. The clock runs in the fourth quarter. Backs in the I formation. And again, a handoff. Arian Foster picks up 2 or 3 as he darts down to the 30-yard line. Levance Richmond makes the play and the stop for Southern Mississippi. And the clock continues to move here in the fourth quarter. Southern Miss had the onside kick, which they didn't get. Tennessee got a short field and scored. And now the fumble on the next kickoff has put them, again, the defense back out on the field, and Tennessee trying to drag him down for another touchdown. Under 7 minutes to go. 3rd down and 6. Ainge out of the shotgun. Waits for the snap. And drops to throw. Ainge sets up, winds up, fires long, out pattern, bobble, and incomplete down at the 17-yard line. Antenna for Austin Rogers. I'll bet you Tim Austin will tell you should have caught that one.
Yeah, he had to really stretch for it at the sideline. It was one of those long throws that somebody with a really good arm like Ainge can make. He had to really stretch for it. If he catches it, it's a first down. It just went off of his hands.
No catches in the second half for Austin Rogers. Had a huge first half, 7 catches for 112 yards. So that'll make it 4th down and 6. And so Tennessee's going to try a long field goal. This is from the 37-yard line. On the near hash mark, Daniel Lincoln on to attempt. There's the snap and the kick. The ball spinning toward the uprights, and that kick is good. Tennessee might have found a place kicker in Daniel Lincoln. He hits another long one, and now Tennessee expands the lead to 37-19. Tim, I'll tell you what, Lincoln has been very impressive in the last 2 games.
I saw him in the next to the last scrimmage, missed 3 in a row from around 40 yards. He was struggling, but you know, I think when Colquitt pulled his quad muscle. I think Philip Fulmer put the hammer down on Lincoln, and that pressure he's responded to, and he's kicked magnificently.
Another field goal for Lincoln makes it 37-19 with 6:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's the kick by Cunningham. Nails that one pretty good. And it's going to be taken out at the 3-yard line by Morgan. Morgan to the 10, 15, 20, trying to get across the field, being chased and taken down. Tennessee gets a bunch of folks down there covering the punt, and Ricardo Kemp gets him and trips him up. That's the longest kickoff of the year for Tennessee, and that'll put the ball inside the 20. One of the rare times this year that Tennessee has been able to have the opponent start inside the 20-yard line. You know, Tim, it's been interesting that the Southern Miss all night long has tried to run all the way across the field and set up a wall.
They really have, and I think what we're seeing is two young kickers, redshirt freshmen, that are kind of gaining confidence. They're both kicking a little better and a little better and a little better, Cunningham and Lincoln.
Damian Fletcher back into the game for Southern Miss. First time in a while he's been banged up. Gets the handoff and gets popped as he gets up to the 20-yard line. Big hit by Gerard Mayo and Rico McCoy again. Boy, McCoy, he has made 9 tackles tonight, which ties his career high, and most of those, Tim, are tackles you've been able to hear all the way up here.
And I tell you who else is in on him. Dan Williams was in on that play too. He's going to have a big number for a defensive tackle in assists or solo tackles. He's had a terrific first game at defensive tackle.
New quarterback in, Stephen Reeves into the game for Southern Miss, replacing Jeremy Young. As we tick under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, Tennessee leading 37-19. Here's Reeves back to throw. He's a lefty. Fires the pass over the middle, almost intercepted by Ryan Carl. It's incomplete. So he tried to hit a crossing pattern, was way high. 5:38 remaining in the game. The clock stopped. Reeves drops to throw. He's being blitzed, and he's going to be hit. The ball pops free. It's rolling toward the end zone. They scramble for it, and Reeves will kick it through the end zone. And that'll be a safety. Now they're going to figure out Nevin McKenzie is the guy who blitzed. They've dropped the flag. It's a penalty if the ball's in the playing surface, but that ball was in the end zone when they kicked it through the end zone. Let's see if they call it an illegal kick. So the officials will sort this one out now. Let's see what the call is from Mark Curls.
Illegally kicking the ball in the end zone. The penalty is loss of down at the spot of the foul. The penalty occurred in the end zone. It's a safety.
Safety. 39-19, Tennessee leads with 2:43 to go, and Tennessee gets the ball back with Jonathan Crompton again as the quarterback, and some of the young receivers in there. Kenny O'Neill and Brent Vinson now. They're flanked out on either side. Hand off to the tailback. Creer around the corner, left side, gets tripped up and knocked down. Eddie Hicks came up from his safety spot to get him around the ankles, a pickup of 6. And so he goes out of bounds to stop the clock with 2:37 to go. Next week, the Volunteers head to the Swamp to play the Florida Gators. It's a 3:30 start. Next home game is here on September the 22nd against Arkansas State at 7 o'clock. And there are tickets available for that Arkansas State game. Go to utsports.com. Second down 3. The ball at the Southern Miss 44-yard line. Clock stopped, 2:37 to go. Creer, the tailback. They try him up the middle. He's hit, knocked back, and will be short of the first down. McGrath hit him in the hole. And Matthew Chatelain stood him up. Another tackle for McGrath. It'll be third down. And about 1 yard to go. This has been a good second half, Tim, for a bunch of backups. A lot of guys have gotten a chance to play.
It really has. And it's the first time in a couple of years you've seen Tennessee's offensive line take over a game in the fourth quarter. They have just crushed Southern Miss's defense. This is the kind of teams that you can break the will of somebody if you can keep playing like this, and they get better and better and better.
Third down and 1. Crompton under center, backs in the I formation, handoff Creer. Picking his way. He's got his first down as he spun down inside the Southern Miss 40-yard line. Down to the 37. That takes us under 2 minutes as they'll mark the chains and then wind the clock as Tennessee leads at 39-19.
Vladimir Richards was the one leading that one through the hole. He looks like he's having a good night at left guard, and he's bucking for some playing time behind Anthony Parker.
Let's go downstairs to Mike.
Yeah, that was a gap play. They just pull him from the left guard over round up and leading on to the linebacker. Locks on, drive his feet. He's showing some really good technique tonight, moving his feet and just pushing people around.
You know, they got some good young offensive linemen. Jock McClendon, Chris Scott have all drawn praises from the coaches. Here's Creer on the outside, turns the corner and picks up 3 or 4. The ball pops free. Southern Miss picks it up. And now what are they going to say? They're going to mark it down. Who's got the football? Creer lost it going around the right side. He was hit by McGrath, and they're going to say Southern Miss has come up with a loose football. So Southern Miss gets it back at the 31-yard line. Tennessee leads 39-19, and Southern Miss has the ball for one last shot. V.J. Floyd puts his head down and drives. Tim, what Southern Miss is doing, they're the preseason pick to win Conference USA. They're just trying to get their guys some experience too.
I think they are. This is a good football team. They're gonna play some people well. Tennessee's defense just came to play in the second half, and Tennessee's offensive line kind of took over the game with the run game.
Southern Miss played for the Conference USA Championship last year. They lost in the championship game, but I think they got a chance to get back there this year. They hand it off to Floyd again, picking his way over the left tackle, picks up a couple. Under a minute to go, down to 38 seconds, and Tennessee's going to win this game with a strong second half performance. Total yards, Southern Miss now with about 352, but just 106 in the second half. Tennessee with 468 in the game, 221 in the second half. They've had the short field, though, a couple of times because of a missed onside kick and a turnover. 15 seconds to go. Reeves hands the ball off inside, and not much there, and that should be the game. 9 seconds to go. The Tennessee crowd counting it down. 5 seconds. So on opening night, Tennessee's going to win. The Volunteers beat Southern Miss 39-19 as Tennessee now gets his first win of the season and moves to 5-0 all-time against Southern Mississippi. For Tennessee on the first game of the home schedule. Volunteers beat Southern Miss 39-19. Bob Kessling, Tim Priest, and Mike Stoll here at Neyland Stadium as the fans file out. Over 106,000 fans on hand, and saw Tennessee, Tim, really after falling behind 16-10 to a very stubborn and well-coached Southern Miss team, really take over this football game.
They did. Southern Miss came in with a very good game plan offensively. Defensively, they made a shift to some zone to try to keep Tennessee from moving it down the field. But it looked like certainly Tennessee at halftime said, we're going to do something that shows these guys we're tougher than they are. We're going to run it down your throat in the second half and throw when we need to. And Arian Foster sure did that. He had 94 yards in the second half, and Tennessee's offensive line just took over the ball game.
Sure did, and I think you could see it, Mike, on the first drive in the second half, and that was a big one as Tennessee was able to march it down the field. But the offensive line had a different look and came off the ball differently to start that drive.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They came out and they just set the tone for the second half, the way that they were controlling the line of scrimmage. Chris Brown had a great series. He blocked and then caught a football and made some critical blitz pickups. But Tennessee, I think, in the second half really kind of found themselves, kind of got a swagger about them, and I like the way that offensive line took control. I like the way Foster really started running with authority, and Ainge just kind of managed it all very well. Tennessee did a just excellent job offensively, and defensively they made some great adjustments as well.
So Tennessee wins it tonight over Southern Mississippi 39-19. Tennessee improves to 1-1 on the season. Southern Miss is 1-1 on the season as well. Next up for Tennessee, a trip to Gainesville next week. They'll go up against the Florida Gators.
Great job of the defense in the second half. How about those young kickers coming through? 39 ain't bad for the offense either. Okay, when we come to practice, we come with a purpose, okay? Because we got business to do. We've got to improve still as a football team to be where we want to be. We're totally committed to what we're trying to do to each other. And it's a heck of a job. Enjoy this. You got 24 hours. Smart. You got 24 hours to enjoy this. After that, this one's over. A real big one coming up. Joy Union, count your blessings, man. One knee. Dear God, we come to you humbly and thankful for the many blessings that you have bestowed on us. Thank you for this great profession that we have the opportunity to be a part of, and to coach these young men and continue to learn as we have learned in our past. We ask you to be with each of us, be with our families as they travel. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Sports South.